Imagine a crisp December day in Modesto, California, 2002. The streets are decked out with Christmas lights, the air's buzzing with holiday cheer, and in a cozy little house on Covina Avenue, Scott and Lacey Peterson are living what looks like the American dream. Scott's 30, a handsome guy with an easy smile, working as a fertilizer salesman. Steady gig, decent pay. Lacey's 27, glowing with that third trimester radiance, 8 months pregnant with their first kid, a boy they've already named Connor. They're the couple everyone envies. High school sweethearts turned soulmates, with a cute craftsman home, a golden retriever named Mackenzie, and a nursery painted blue waiting for their little man. Friends gush about them. Scott's the doting husband, always rubbing Lacey's back or cracking jokes to make her laugh. Lacey's the bubbly one, planning holiday parties and dreaming up baby names. It's the kind of life you'd see in a Hallmark movie, all warm and fuzzy. But beneath that glossy surface, something's starting to rot. They've been married 5 years now, and to the outside world, it's golden. Scott's charming. Got that boy-next-door vibe, always ready with a compliment or a helping hand. Lacey's the heart of it all, sweet, outgoing, the kind of woman who lights up a room. She's a substitute teacher, loves gardening, and lately, she's all about prepping for Connor. Picking out tiny clothes, fussing over cribs. Scott plays along, beaming at her baby bump, telling buddies he can't wait to be a dad. They're tight with their families too. Lacey's mom, Sharon Rocha, is over all the time, gushing about her soon-to-be grandson. Christmas Eve's coming up, and Lacey's got big plans. Baking cookies, hosting a dinner, making it a holiday to remember. But there's a shift in the air, subtle at first, like a whisper you can't quite catch. If you look closer, the cracks are there. Lacey's been quieter lately, not sad, just off. Friends notice she's clinging to Scott more, asking where he's been when he's late from work. He's brushing it off, saying it's just long hours, but his eyes don't meet hers like they used to. Money's tight too. Fertilizer sales aren't exactly rolling in millions, and they've got debts piling up. A mortgage, car payments, credit cards stretched thin. Scott's been cagey about it, telling Lacey he's got it handled, but she's starting to ask questions. Then there's the fishing trips, solo outings he's taking more often, out on San Francisco Bay with his little boat, claiming he needs guy time. She shrugs it off, trusts him, loves him, but her mom's picking up on something. Sharon later says she caught Scott staring out the window one night, hands clenched, like he was somewhere else entirely. It's December 23rd, and the house is buzzing with that pre-Christmas hum. Lacey's waddling around, setting out decorations, chatting about Connor's kicks. Scott's there, helping with the tree, but he's distracted, checking his phone, stepping outside for fresh air. They've got plans tomorrow. Lacey's walking Mackenzie in the morning, then baking with Sharon. Scott says he's golfing, maybe fishing if the weather holds. This routine stuff, nothing wild. But there's this vibe, this heaviness creeping in. Lacey kisses him goodnight, her hand on her belly, and he smiles back. Tight, forced. Nobody knows it yet, but that perfect little world on Covina Avenue is teetering on the edge, about to plunge into something dark and unthinkable. Christmas Eve 2002 dawns cold and gray in Modesto, and Lacey Peterson's nowhere to be found. The house on Covina Avenue is eerily quiet. No clatter of cookie trays, no Lacey humming carols. Scott's the one who calls it in, voice flat, telling police she's missing. He says he left around 9:30 a.m. to go fishing at Berkeley Marina, 90 miles away, and when he got back that afternoon, around 4:30, Lacey was gone. Mackenzie's in the backyard, leash still on, the TV blaring a cooking show, her purse and keys untouched. She's 8 months pregnant, not the type to wander off. Panic sets in fast. Sharon's over in minutes, sobbing, begging cops to find her daughter. The neighborhood's buzzing, volunteers combing parks. But Scott? He's calm. Too calm. Standing on the porch, hands in his pockets, like he's waiting for a bus. Cops dive in, but something's off with Scott right away. He's got this story. He fished for a couple hours, came home, found the place empty. But his eyes don't match his words. They're darting, avoiding. Neighbors say they saw Lacey walking Mackenzie that morning, around 10, after Scott claims he left. But nobody saw her after. The police start sniffing around, asking basic stuff. Where'd you go? What did you catch? Scott's vague. Says he launched his boat, tried for sturgeon, came back empty-handed. They check his truck. It's spotless, no fish smell, no tackle mess. Sharon's pleading with him. Where is she, Scott? And he just shrugs, says she'll turn up. It's weird, cold, and people are starting to whisper. The search ramps up. Hundreds hit the streets. Flyers with Lacey's smiling face plastered everywhere. Divers scour the bay. Dogs sniff the parks. But nothing's turning up. Cops dig into Scott's day. His marina receipt checks out. Time-stamped at 12:54 p.m. But it's a long drive for a short trip. They ask about the marriage. He says it's great, perfect, but Lacey's friends aren't so sure. They mention little fights, Scott pulling away, her worrying about money. Then there's the boat, 14 feet, rickety, bought weeks ago in cash. Why now? Why alone? Scott's answers don't add up. He's fidgety, contradicting himself, saying he told Lacey he was golfing, then fishing. The cops clock it. He's hiding something, and they're not letting it slide. By Christmas Day, suspicion's thick as fog. Scott's on TV, voice cracking, asking for Lacey's return, but it's rehearsed, hollow. Sharon's a wreck, clutching Connor's ultrasound, while Scott's barely touching her, staring off like he's somewhere else. The cops pull phone records, nothing wild yet, but they're watching him. Neighbors report a strange vibe. Scott cleaning the house that night, mopping floors, washing clothes like it's no big deal. Who does that when their pregnant wife's missing? The investigation's shifting gears, and that picture-perfect husband is starting to look like a puzzle with missing pieces. Days bleed into weeks, and Modesto's a town on edge. Lacey Peterson's still missing, her face haunting every street corner, every news broadcast. By January 2003, the cops are zeroing in on Scott. His story's unraveling, and he's not helping himself. He's their prime suspect now, no question. They've got divers in the bay, search teams in the hills, but it's his house on Covina Avenue they're tearing apart. January 17th, they roll in with a warrant, and what they find flips the script. The place is pristine, too pristine. But there's a rug missing from the living room, bleach fumes lingering in the air. Then they open the bedroom closet, and it's a gut punch. Faint blood stains, barely visible, scrubbed but not gone. Lab tests later confirm it's Lacey's. Scott's cool as ice when they ask. Says she cut herself gardening, no big deal. But that's not a nick. It's a crime scene. They dig deeper, pulling phone records, bank statements, anything with his name on it. That's when Amber Fry shows up. A 27-year-old massage therapist from Fresno, all blonde hair and big secrets. She calls the cops January 24th. Says she's been dating Scott since November. He told her he was single, a widower even, spinning tales about a dead wife before Lacey vanished. Texts flood in. Flirty, intimate, dozens while Lacey was missing. December 24th, he's calling Amber from Modesto, whispering sweet nothings while volunteers search for his wife. It's a bombshell. Scott's got a mistress, a double life, and the cops are salivating. They lean on Amber. She's shaken. Says he promised to leave Lacey, start fresh. Motive screaming now. Debt, a pregnant wife, a new girl. Scott's trapped, and they're betting he snapped. Interrogations get brutal. They haul him in, grill him for hours. Where's Lacey? What's with Amber? Why's the closet bloody? He's sweating, sticking to his fishing tail, but it's crumbling. He claims he told Lacey about Amber. Says they were working it out. Bull, her family swears she'd never stay if she knew. They push about the boat. Why buy it cash, why that day? He stammers, says he's always wanted one. They've got marina footage now, him launching alone, calm as hell, hours before reporting her gone. The blood, the calls, the lies. It's a noose tightening around his neck, and he's flailing. Tensions boiling over. Sharon's on TV, begging for her daughter, glaring at Scott like he's a stranger. He's dodging press, hiding behind sunglasses, while Modesto's turning on him. Neighbors who waved now spit his name. The cops are prepping for a break, chasing every lead, knowing Lacey and Connor are out there, waiting to be found. April 2003, and the bay washes up the truth. Lacey's body surfaces near Berkeley Marina. Headless, limbless, a torso ravaged by months underwater. Connor's tiny remains are nearby, umbilical cord still attached. It's a dagger to the heart. Sharon collapses, the nation gasps, and Scott Peterson's fishing story implodes. Cops arrest him April 18th in San Diego, 400 miles south, dyed hair and $10,000 cash in his car, looking like a man on the run. Charges drop fast. Double murder, Lacey and Connor, premeditated. The investigation's done. The trial's looming, and Modesto's about to become ground zero for a media storm. Public outrage explodes. Scott's face is everywhere. The cheating husband who killed his pregnant wife. Protesters swarm the streets, chanting justice for Lacey, while news vans choke Covina Avenue. The DA's building a fortress of evidence. Lacey's blood in the closet, Amber's testimony, boat receipts, and now the bodies, found where Scott fished that day. They've got a theory. He killed her December 23rd, hid her in the closet overnight, then dumped her in the bay Christmas Eve, playing the worried husband while she sank. Sharon's leading the charge, a mother broken but fierce, vowing he'll pay. Scott's family fights back. His mom, Jackie, swears he's innocent, a victim of a rush to judgment, but the tide's against them. The trial kicks off June 1, 2004, in Redwood City. Modesto's too hot, too biased. The courtroom's a pressure cooker. Scott in a suit, stone-faced, as prosecutors paint him a monster. They roll out the closet stains, Amber's tearful stand, divers testifying about weights Scott bought, perfect for sinking a body. Defense counters, circumstantial, no weapon, no witnesses, but it's thin. Jurors squirm as Lacey's last moments are dissected. Strangled, they think, in her own home, trusting the man she loved. Sharon's there every day, eyes burning into Scott, while he doodles on a notepad, detached. Tensions electric. Yells erupt, tears flow, and the nation's glued to every word. November 12th, the verdict lands. Guilty, first degree for Lacey, second for Connor. The room erupts. Sharon sobs, strangers cheer. Scott blinks like it's not real. December 13th, sentencing. Death row, San Quentin. He's still silent, as the judge calls him callous, a coward. It's justice, but it's hollow. Lacey and Connor are still gone, and the why's still a shadow. March 16, 2005, and Scott Peterson's shipped to San Quentin. A ghost in orange, staring down decades on death row. The courtroom's empty now, but the echoes linger. Lacey's gone, Connor never breathed, and a family's shredded. Sharon Roche's the voice of the wreckage, weeping on the steps, saying it's not enough. He's alive, her daughter's not. She's clutching a photo of Lacey, pregnant and smiling. A memory that cuts deeper than any verdict. Scott's parents, Jackie and Lee, are shells, insisting he's innocent, begging appeals, but nobody's listening. Modesto's quiet again, but it's a haunted kind of quiet, stained by a man who torched his own life for a way out. Scott's paying, but it's slow. Death row's a waiting game. Appeals drag on, lawyers claiming bad evidence, biased jurors. He's got supporters, weirdos who write him love letters, but the world's moved on except for Lacey's people. Sharon writes a book, for Lacey, pouring out the pain, keeping her daughter's name alive. The why haunts her. Debt crushed him, sure, $250,000 in the hole, house underwater, no cash for a baby. Amber was freedom, a fresh start, no ties. Psychologists call it narcissism, a man who'd kill to rewrite his story. He hid Lacey in that closet, they say, wrapped her up, drove her to the bay and tossed her like trash. No remorse, just a mask slipping off too late. Society's verdict was louder than the courts. He's the poster boy for betrayal, TV specials, podcasts, a Lifetime movie cementing him as the devil in khakis. Modesto shuns him. Kavina's sold, erased, but the stain's permanent. Sharon fights on, pushing victim rights while Scott rots, staring at concrete. By 2021, his death sentence flips to life. No execution, just endless gray, but it's cold comfort. Lacey's legacy is love. His is infamy. That closet's long empty, but its secret still chills. A husband's lie, a wife's grave, a life that never was.